Good morning and welcome back to Planet Doug. And this may not be the most exciting location to start a Planet Doug video, but I thought this is kind of appropriate to sort of start the day quiet and casual and make sure my GoPro is working and my microphones are working, because today is a very special day. Today is day one of what in my brain I'm calling the Planet Doug Mystery Tour of Malaysia. So I'm heading off on something like a 7-day tour of parts of Malaysia by car. And today is day one. In fact, I'm sitting here in my hotel room at the Crossroads Hotel in Chow Kit, waiting to be picked up, because two Planet Doug subscribers and supporters came to Malaysia on their own multi-country holiday, and they're renting a car. I think he said, my mystery companion Habib, he said, I think they're renting an SUV, and then they're going on a tour around parts of Malaysia. And they sent me a message and said, well, we have an empty seat if you would like to come along. So I said yes, and that is what is happening. And Habib and his wife Shanaz, they arrived yesterday, the day before yesterday. They flew into Malaysia, and they're staying at a hotel here in Chow Kit, the same district where I'm staying. And we met up yesterday at a laundromat because they needed to do laundry and I needed to do laundry. And then we met at the same laundromat and chatted about the plans. So I think the way things are going to work out is we have a destination for today, at least the way we left it yesterday, that today we're heading to a small resort village called Kuala Tahan. It's about 300 or maybe 240 kilometers from Kuala Lumpur, and it's on the edges of the Taman Negara National Park in the state of Pahang. And Taman Negara translates as National Park. It is the largest national park in Malaysia. I think there are some protected forest areas in Sabah and Sarawak that cover a larger area, but technically they're not actually national parks. So Taman Negara is the largest national park in Malaysia, I understand. All the wildlife of Malaysia is preserved there: the elephants, the tigers, the Rafflesia flower, the largest flower in the world. Hundreds and hundreds of flora and fauna are there in the park. And yeah, in terms of the history of the park, while I have the facts in my head, I think it was established in 1938, 1939. And back then it was called the King George V National Park. And then when Malaysia achieved independence, it was changed to the National Park, Taman Negara. So Habib made a reservation at a hotel there for the three of us. And I'm looking at my phone here because I have Habib on location sharing on WhatsApp. He's right now getting the car, getting the SUV, and I'm just tracking his progress because he's coming to the hotel to pick me up when they're all ready to go. And yeah, they're still at the car rental office, I think, and yeah, getting all the paperwork settled. And then he'll come zooming up here, pick me up, and then we're heading out of Kuala Lumpur. And an interesting thing is that this is actually a holiday weekend, which again took me by surprise, because my understanding was the holiday, of course, is September 16th, Malaysia Day, and that's next week. But it's next week, Tuesday. So I think a lot of people take Monday off, and that gives them a 4-day weekend. So in fact, this weekend is a big holiday weekend in Malaysia, and lots of people are going to be hitting the road. And so but we are leaving on Thursday, today. So we've got a day head start on everyone. So hoping the roads will be okay today for our ride. And Habib is driving. He has the driver's license, and he's like a real person. He has all the documents one needs to do these things. I wouldn't even be able to rent a car. I don't have a driver's license, an international license anyway. So he is going to be driving when he gets here, and that'll be fun for me. I get to sit and just enjoy the ride and look out the windows. And it's going to be a huge change going from the hustle and bustle of Chow Kit and Kuala Lumpur and finding ourselves in the heart of a 4,000 square kilometer national park. And Kuala Tahan, the village, has a lot of hotels, hostels, camping area, resorts, and it's sitting on a river. I forget the name of the river right now, but right across the river is the entrance, I think, like the national park headquarters. So if you are that kind of person, you can go into the park and do a 7-day hike. I think that's the largest hike in the park. You can actually get your backpack and your food and your tent and everything you need to survive out there in the wilderness and hike for 7 days around the whole park. The highest mountain in peninsular Malaysia is also in this park. But near the town where we're going, the village where we're going, there is a canopy walkway, one of the largest, longest in the world. A cave system, you can do boat trips. So there's activities, and we're going to be there for 2 nights right now. I believe that's the plan. So we'll have tomorrow to do the canopy walkway, maybe go into the cave system. We haven't discussed exactly what we're going to do while we're there. And then we're going to keep an eye on the weather, and depending on the weather, the mood, the conditions, the circumstances, the SUV, then we might be heading to the East Coast. That was the original plan for Habib and his wife. Places like Kuala Tahan and Kuala, like drive along the East Coast. They were thinking about going out to some islands, but I don't think they're going to be doing that anymore. But if the weather looks terrible in that direction, because the monsoon, everyone keeps telling me, everyone's beating the drums right now that the monsoons are coming, the monsoon is coming, it's going to be rain, rain, rain. And of course, that's when I'm supposed to be beginning my cycling trip, right when the monsoon hits. But there's nothing I can do about the timing at this point. Oh, he's on the move. So I have to pack up. Well, I'm all packed up, obviously, but I have to grab my bags and head downstairs. So that's the plan for today. Once Habib gets here, I'm hopping in the SUV and we're going for a 3 or 4 hour drive out of KL, up into the hills, into the mountains, to Kuala Tahan, I think it's called. Introduction?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did an introduction to the trip up in my room.
Oh, okay.
So I talked all about Habib and how we're going to Kuala Tahan. How was picking up the car?
And they were nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, but he wanted me to the area, Kuala Tahan. It's not easy.
Oh, okay.
A lot of lorries.
Oh, a lot of lorries?
Yeah.
Okay, you're up for that?
Yeah, I'm used to.
Okay, awesome. Pretty exciting.
See what happens.
So yeah, let's hit the road. Okay.
Over there.
Yeah, this is the laptop bag. It's actually heavier than I thought. I don't know what I'm carrying. Yeah, this is the important bag. I have my passport and everything in there along with the laptop, so I don't carry it around. Yeah. Good morning. How are you?
In front. Come in front.
Okay. Cool. So here it is. We have an Xpander. I don't know what brand it is. Look at that. So exciting. Mitsubishi maybe? Is that what that sign is? Live beyond limits. All right.
The road that leads to your hotel, the entrance was very narrow.
Yeah.
I was wondering, but when I saw that lorry is going down there, why can't I?
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah, this neighborhood is quite busy and it's surprising. That's looks like an alleyway over there, and yet the traffic never stops flowing out of these alleyways here. Yeah, but it's a great neighborhood to
Head north
stay
on
in.
Jalan Haji Hussein toward Jalan Raja Muda Abdul Aziz, then turn left onto Jalan Raja Muda Abdul Aziz.
This is Pakistani restaurant.
So you don't need a navigator. You don't need me to navigate. You have it all ready to go. That's great. In the old days, of course, whoever's in the passenger seat in the front has the map in front of them, and they're telling the driver what to do. And then there's all that stress and tension.
Turn left onto Jalan Raja Muda Abdul Aziz, then turn right onto Jalan Pahang.
But now we don't have that anymore.
Yeah. Bus.
There's Chow Kit monorail. Last view for this visit.
Jalan Pahang.
And the weather was pretty gray, the skies this morning, but it cleared up. All right. Nice and blue now up there.
It's muggy a little bit. The only concern I have is I hope I will not drive in the right hand side.
Right.
But I am used to with this a lot in my life, so I can adjust like in few minutes.
Yeah.
Because I learned my driving on the left hand side in Pakistan.
Okay.
So I can adopt easily.
Yeah. I don't know if I could. I know how to ride a bicycle on the left and a scooter on the left, but a car is different. I've never driven on the left in a car.
Okay.
I guess I could adjust, but it would feel strange.
Yeah.
But since you mentioned it, you spent your childhood in Pakistan. Until what age? How many years did you live in Pakistan where you were driving on the left?
I left Pakistan in 99, so it was like
25, 26 years.
no more.
In April, 26 years.
But how long I was driving from from age I think 84 to 90, 15 years I drove like left hand side.
Okay.
15 years.
And then it just becomes instinctive. It comes back to you.
Yeah.
Bulletin United
But
Jalan
I drove a lot. Every day I was driving like 100 kilometers. So
Why is that? Why so much
because
driving?
my house and my work was like 50 kilometers far away, and I drove my car every day to my work.
I see.
So and very rough. If you have drove over there, this is easy.
Right.
Easy.
Right. Yeah, similar to Sumatra, where I just was.
Same thing like in
Here,
New
this
York.
is so easy.
If you have driven in New York, you can drive anywhere in the US. Right? But you have been in New York?
Only briefly.
Oh,
like I think I've been there
crazy.
twice.
Crazy traffic.
Yeah, but I've never
Crazy.
driven. No, I have driven there. No, that's right. I drove down there one time. It was so long ago, I completely forgot. Yeah, I remember the energy level in New York among the people in the streets was a big surprise to me. Yeah, there's all the skyscrapers of KL being constructed.
Exit the roundabout onto Jalan Pahang. Continue on Jalan Pahang for 1.5 kilometers.
So I spent some time last night and this morning reading about our first destination, Kuala Tahan. How did you chose it?
Yeah.
How did you come to that? Like you picked
I
that
want
place?
to see that oldest forest. I think there's the oldest forest in Malaysia or maybe in the world too. I don't know, but that's the very old forest.
Yeah, I read 130 million year old rainforest.
Something like that. Yeah.
And that was the main thing that caught your attention. Yeah. And you've been to Malaysia before?
Yeah, several times. Actually.
Several times.
Yeah.
But you never went to Pahang State before?
No.
And never to this national park before? Where else have you been in Malaysia on your other trips?
Yeah, Langkawi.
Langkawi?
Yeah, and also Penang.
Penang?
And where? Malacca too. Malacca. Cameron Island, yeah. Malacca.
But you've never been to the interior
No.
or the East
No.
Coast before?
No.
So this is a new experience for you?
Yeah.
And me? Well, I keep saying that, but I've actually been to a lot of places in the past, but it was so long ago I don't even remember.
Right.
And it was way before I was shooting video. I didn't have a camera in those days.
Slide left onto the ramp to Ipoh Pedaling Jaya.
Before GoPro era, huh? That's old digital camera. Maybe you might have kept some pictures.
Yeah, on that trip, for some reason, somebody convinced me to do it without a camera.
Oh,
They told me the camera was interfering with my experiences, so I should stop taking pictures. And I've regretted
Slide
it ever
left
since.
onto the ramp to Ipoh, then take the ramp to U1.
Trip update. We're winding our way out through the maze of highways. And we're just going by Bukit Dinding. This is where I went hiking a number of times. There's a beautiful hill right over there. Bukit Dinding. Yeah, getting our glimpses of the central mountain ranges, the limestone rock there. And there are trails up in those hills that are now banned. So they had quite a few people fell on those trails and died or hurt themselves, so they're closed now. The power of touch and go. There it is. Doesn't take long. We're barely outside of Kuala Lumpur, and look at that scenery. That is much wilder than I would have expected so quickly. And we're already, we're climbing in altitude, as you said.
Yeah.
Can't believe the scenery here already. Look how steep that hill is up there. I was just saying to Habib that my ears have already been popping because we've been climbing up in altitude quite a bit already. And we've barely been on the road just for a few minutes. And we're in another world completely. Look at that. Pure rainforest. Wow. Big traffic jam on the other side, but the road is clear over here.
Use my lower gear, I think.
Heading into a tunnel. Maybe the first of many, I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot of tunnels on this road or not. Tunnels are always a lot of fun. No cyclists on this road though.
Yeah.
You're not going to ride a bike here. But I saw on Google Maps there's a secondary road that runs parallel to this expressway. So if you wanted to ride a bicycle here, you can take the secondary road. But yeah, you couldn't ride a bicycle here, of course. Not legal and too dangerous. We made a quick pit stop here at a Petronas gas station, and they've got a big store here where you can stock up on all the snacks. Habib tells me we're heading into the jungle, and in the jungle you can't get any of this stuff there, so we have to stock up here. So we're just picking up some bottles of water and some snacks and things like that. And I decided to try a special local snack. This is the Musang King ice cream. The durian, right? The very special durian. So it just kind of caught my eye, and I grabbed one of these. So have you had durian? No?
For me.
It's not for you? No. Yeah, I've had it a number of times. The texture is a bit unusual.
This is for you too.
Oh, thank you.
This is for you too.
Oh,
Both.
thank you very much.
No problem.
And but yeah, I've got the durian ice cream.
Oh, she bring just loose tissues.
It's like there's a
नहीं पूरा बॉक्स लिया नहीं ओरिजिनल ला नहीं
That is really nice. But this is, yeah, it was like a premium ice cream bar. Thank you.
हाँ नहीं चल कार्ड ले
Okay.
That is really good.
that's good
Yeah, that is so nice. Oh, look at that. We're breaking the rules. I just noticed on the rental car, it says no dogs, like no pets, no smoking, and no durian.
really
Yeah, there's a sign there, no durian. But they don't mean durian ice cream, you know, because, yeah, the durian itself will leave a smell, and it stays for a long time. But I'm breaking the rental agreement with my durian ice cream. Time for a trip update. How long have we been on the road?
around couple hours
Yeah, like a couple hours. And yeah, we're off the expressway now onto some smaller roads. And we're right on the outskirts of this. It's quite a large town. Tut, something like that. The town is off in that direction, but we're turning right here, heading towards Taman Negara, our destination. It's like 1 hour away, so we're like about 1 hour away. This is our last chance for McDonald's and 7-Eleven. After this, we're in the jungle. And in Econo Save over there. Yeah, we went through one big rainstorm, but it lasted for 10 minutes, something like that. And then the skies cleared again. So, feeling good about the weather. And while it's on my mind, I guess I'll bring it up. I was just doing a little bit of reading about the Batek people. So in Malaysia, the indigenous groups here are called Orang Asli, meaning the original people. And there's like 3 main subgroups. The smallest of them is the Negrito and the Batek people that live in the Taman Negara district. They're members of the Negrito group. And they're like forest nomads, like hunters and gatherers. And I mean, I didn't do a whole lot of research. I just basically read a couple of things. And they did say that the Batek, they've held on to their nomadic, traditional lifestyle more than other Orang Asli in Malaysia. So that's quite an interesting thing about the area that we're about to visit. The Batek are based in Taman Negara, that national park area. And of course, over the years, a lot of them are leaving their nomadic lifestyle and living like a typical Malaysian lifestyle now. But yeah, I guess of all the groups, the Batek are still more traditional than many of the others. And you were saying that if you go on an organized tour, organized like there, they might like take you into the park and meeting some of the Batek people would be part of the tour, probably. And we may or may not end up doing something like that. We'll find out when we get there. There's the road ahead. Traffic has been okay. They get cars stuck behind a big truck from time to time that you have to deal with, but that's about it. Nice smooth tarmac. We turned off one road onto another road, and I think this is the last one, right? This one goes all the way to Kuala Tahan and Taman Negara. And yeah, we're really in the countryside now. Much smaller road, winding. Still got oil palm over there, but wilder sort of jungle over there. And as I mentioned at the very beginning, the rainforest at Taman Negara is one of the oldest ones in the world. And they estimate 130 million years old, which is pretty incredible. Have you ever seen the Rafflesia flower?
In the picture only.
Only in the picture?
Not real. Yeah, picture.
They're supposed to have them at Taman Negara. But
if you're lucky,
you'll see one. But
they have very limited life, I think, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. When they bloom, it's only
Yeah.
for a short amount of time.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, not a great road for bicycles again either. There's no shoulder at all, very narrow. If you're riding a bicycle here, you gotta hug the edge of the road. Not a lot of space. It's still going through a lot of oil palm. In this part here, the oil palm have been cut down. I think they're going to be replanting. But I was reading that with, of course, Taman Negara, the national park, you can't plant oil palm inside the park, but there's still pressure from the outside, from like logging and animal poaching and things like that. Yeah, they have all the same pressures that national parks have around the world. I was looking up some information about the park this morning, and I think it said it was about 4,000 square kilometers, I think, which is really big. But then I asked, what is the largest in Canada? And the largest national park in Canada is 10 times that size. But that's way up in the north, up in the Arctic regions, of course. So we can have a lot bigger national parks up there. Yeah, as you can see, a lot of oil palm around here. This is all on the outskirts of the national park. And I remember reading this morning that the man who had the idea for this national park was a British man, and I knew his name was Theodore Hubach or Theodore Hubach. I think maybe it's Hubach, but I didn't know anything about him, so I just did a little bit of reading about him. And I found out, I assumed he was like the British resident or like some sort of government official, but he was actually an engineer and a wildlife enthusiast, a conservationist, and he spent most of his life in Malaya. And he was a writer and conservationist, and it was his idea to establish this national park. Theodore Hubach, he lobbied the sultans of Pahang, Terengganu, and Kelantan, and went to each of the sultans and said, hey, if we take land from each of your 3 states and combine them, we can make this amazing national park. And back then, when it was established, back in 38, 39, it was called the King George V Park, but then it was changed to National Park, Taman Negara now. But he died in Malaya during World War II, 1942. So his life ended here in Malaya as well. So I just came over a hill and I spotted this amazing view. I don't know how much of it I got on video, but we can see this valley below us and the road winding through it and climbing up the other side. It's all oil palm still, but hey, still green trees. Looks nice. A nice setting. Oh, what we got here? 3-wheel motorcycle ahead of us. He's moving pretty fast. He's probably, oil palm worker. He would load up that cart that he's pulling with oil palm fruit. Logging truck going by. Just wanted to get a little video of that because we've actually seen a lot of logging trucks, most of them carrying really big tree trunks, really wide, big pieces of timber. It's a very familiar sight to me as a Canadian. Logging trucks, you see them all the time. I'm surprised to see them here.
In 600 meters, turn left onto Jalan Padang.
This may be the road to our accommodation.
Oui, l'autre, il est de sécurité.
Head west on Jalan Padang. In 300 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
And here it is. We were starting to think we were not on the right road at all. But then it opened up. It's kind of a newer place, right?
Yeah.
This one? Looked to be from what I saw online. Tamu Rimba.
Huh?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, we've arrived, and this looks like the breakfast area over here behind me. And yeah, they've arranged the rooms like this. Set of rooms on each side. Thought at first maybe it would be like a motel style, and you can just drive your car and park right. But there's no parking on this side, so I don't know. It's so quiet out here compared to where I've been recently. You really get a sense of a big change from KL, Chow Kit to here. So quiet, like we're on the outskirts of town, and the river is not that far away, but I'm not quite sure where the river is. You just hear birds.
You are in new hotel, so 2 months is not too much.
Quick room tour. As we found it at the front desk. They've been open for 2 months, so this is like a brand new place, only 2 months old. And he said they're full every weekend, sold out. So you have to book ahead. And here's the inside. Fan and air conditioning. Welcome water and tea, coffee mate, and the bathroom back here. There we are. Yeah, all very nice. Everything's brand new. So the plan, I think, is that we're just dropping off our bags, and then we're going to drive into town and get something to eat down by the jetty. It seems like whatever you do here, anything at all, it all starts at the jetty. Like you want to go on a riverboat cruise, jungle trekking cruise, night this, like anything you're going to do here, it starts at the jetty, because you actually have to take a boat across the river from the jetty, and that gets you into the national park. But that seems to be the center point for this whole area, the jetty. So we're going to drive there and then find something to eat. There's got to be a restaurant or two around the jetty, along with everything else. Yeah, I think the river is right here. There's a clearing, and then the land goes down a little bit, and I think the river is there. I think it's the Tembeling River or something like that. There it is. I have no idea what the river normally looks like, whether it goes, and the river level goes way up and way down depending on the season. So I guess you would call this the end of the dry season as we're moving into the monsoons. So it could be that when the rains hit, it could, the water levels could go way, way up. Have you ever thought about opening up your own little hotel somewhere, bed and breakfast, doing something like this?
Too old now.
Yeah, too late.
Dry season, that's why river is a little low, maybe.
I'm guessing that's the case, but I don't really know. Well, when they talk about the monsoon, they're always talking about the east coast, though. That's the east coast monsoon. And here we're in the interior, so
It's
maybe.
not started yet.
Yeah,
Started
hasn't started yet.
October.
And there's our first view of the jetty, the famous jetty, the center of everything that goes on here. Well, looks like they're doing some construction on the other side, where the boats will dock there. And I guess everything on the other side of the river is the national park. And that would be the national park headquarters up there, those brown buildings. Oh, they've got a bunch of restaurants down here. Sky Corner, Malay, Thai, Western. Yeah, it's the kind of town for me, it would almost take me a week just to sort of figure it out. Like where everything is, what people do here, how everything fits together. When you first arrive, I'm always kind of confused. Like, yeah, this is really interesting. Everything on this side is the town, and then the river, and everything on the other side of the river is the park. So the flow is just back and forth across the river with all of these boats. Like visitors that come here for the week or the weekend, this is where it all happens. Everything leaves from here, starts here, and ends here. Yeah, I just saw a boat drop off this couple there, and they've got their backpacks on. They were probably out in the park for a little while. There goes another boat carrying people across. Huh. There's another tour group just coming back. So river crossing, 2 ringgit per person. I was wondering about that. Like if all you wanted to do was zip across, how much would it cost you? It looks like 2 ringgit. And you can hop in one of these boats and they'll take you across. Oh, and there's another cafe up there on the hill. Sunset Riverview Cafe. And Habib has his eye on this place, I guess. Family restaurant. Yeah, looks nice. Oh, check that out. Another floating restaurant. I saw on Google Maps there was like a floating restaurant. And I thought that was really one place, like there was a floating restaurant, but I can see 4 of them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that one right there. Quite unusual. And this is also a floating restaurant. All of these restaurants classify as floating restaurants. And this is the Akob riverboat crossing to the park in Mutiara. Ooh, 1 ringgit per person. They're undercutting their neighbors. Fresh river fish, coconut, satay, burger, pancake, ice cream. Family restaurant. Time to go across. Got ourselves a gang walkway here, gangplank. Hello. Hey. And look at that. Look how fast that river is flowing. Never expected that. I thought it was like a lazy river. So this is the main run right here, the main river. And then this is the smaller river that goes into the national park, like deeper. And I guess you take riverboat cruises in and out. Look at that fast moving boat. Huh. Oh, and there's their river crossing boat, 1 ringgit per person, just to cross over. And yeah, here's the serving area. Yeah, you can do lots of boat watching here. interesting boats going up and down the rivers. Yeah, this weekend, this place is really going to be busy.
Yeah.
A lot of people coming here.
Up here, okay. I'll check that in a minute.
Heading off on a post-dinner river cruise. Check that out. It's where we had dinner right there. Seems like it's pretty standard to go off on a river cruise like this. 15 minutes, something like that. 15 ringgit per person. Yeah, the river is flowing a lot faster than I expected. I think this is a resort here called the Mutiara Resort. You can stay over there inside the park. Perfect timing in a way. The time that we got here, could check into our hotel, grab something to eat right from your restaurant basically. You get up from your table and step into the boat. Yeah, the boat has to fight really hard just to stay in one place. You can just reach the water. It's not cold, just nice and cool. A little current right here. You look like real adventurers.
Shooting, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that. We don't like. Don't like it.
You get wet. You don't get wet.
I appreciate. This is what I was looking for.
And I guess you know in advance you're going to get wet, so you prepare for it. This is the other.
River, Tahan River.
Yeah, this is
Tahan
the
River, the river from the Tahan mountain. You see different color.
this is the Tahan River.
Full water here. You go by boat, 45 minutes to waterfall. Rata berkut. Swimming area.
Tomorrow we'll go.
Huh?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah. Boat, small boat like this. One boat, 4 person like this. The boat come back from waterfall.
This might be the dock for the Mutiara Resort right here, maybe. I don't see a sign anywhere though. But it makes sense. Everybody goes up there to the resort. So many foreign tourists. I haven't seen so many in one place in a long time.
To 2014, the water level very high, 78 meters. On 1971, only 74 meters. 2014, 78 meters, 4 meters higher. All Taman Negara nampak baku. The monsoon start on November, December. Monsoon start. So tourists not so many come. Yeah. The water very high, everyday rain, so nothing to do. Yeah.
This is good time.
Huh?
This is good time.
The good time on June, July, August. Good time. Now a little bit rain.
That's okay.
That's
Not too much.
okay. You lucky if you the rain okay, if the weather okay, you're lucky. No problem. Yeah. You see the tide, the level lepas ni dah. You see?
Yeah.
Float level like this. Yeah.
This one.
Yes. Every year like this. Water like this.
Oh, what do you have?
Yes.
Oh.
normal.
Oh.
On 2014, kaput. Everything kaput.
So the water does get a lot higher.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our boat. Can take 10 people total, that one. It's a bit wider than the other ones. I guess these narrow speedsters, I didn't understand this, but they go down some rapids, apparently. And you're guaranteed to get wet at the rapids or something like that. So yeah, there's all kinds of different boat experiences you can have here. And we just got dropped off on the other side of the river just to go for a little walk. I'm not going to call it a hike. We're just going to go for a walk in here. Yeah, they have these cool things here for the resort. You put your luggage in here, like a little train. put all your suitcases in there. Yeah, little train cart, and then they pull it all up, so you don't have to carry your luggage. That's what you get for like $200 a night or something like that. So this is the first time we're actually in the park. Across the river, so this is Taman Negara.
Everything they go, no? Yeah, I see they go.
Yeah, so here's the resort. And with this canopy of trees, you could really feel the temperature go down dramatically as soon as we got into the shade. And there, I guess someone's checking out and their luggage is going in the train. Trail map. Oh, okay. So there's the animal hide. The canopy walk is closed. They have a cave, bat cave, bird watching, fishing, Aboriginal village. The Batak people. Rapid shooting, yeah. Okay, now it's all starting to make sense. As soon as I see a map, then it's like, okay, now I get it. Now I know where I am.
Over there is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, all the places and the distances. So you can just take any boat to come over here and then just go walking. Very casual.
You cannot walk over the jetty also. You have to take the boat back to jetty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, from
But
where
here
we...
in this area you can walk.
I mean, from where we were, you want to go hiking, you just take a boat to here and then go hiking.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do some big organization, and
Yeah.
the trails are right here, the trail map. Though, I'm not sure where we are yet. I guess number 1. Oh, it's Taman Negara Park Center. Maybe that's where we are.
Yeah. We are here. This is the entrance, right?
Yeah, you really know you're in a rainforest because everything just gets covered in mold and mildew. Everything is so wet all the time. Everything here you can see. Nature is just wearing it out. So there's a trail. But again, I have no idea what trail this is or how far. It's a boardwalk. Okay. Taman Negara Boardwalk. So there's a trail. Oh, there's some signs. 1.5 kilometers, 230 meters, 11 kilometers, 29 kilometers. So you have your choice of all kinds of distances. Look at that tree. That is a rainforest tree. This looks like kind of an old-fashioned sign as well. It says visitors must obtain an entry permit and license to take photographs. And if you don't, 7 years imprisonment for taking pictures. But that definitely seems oddly outdated. Everyone takes pictures with their smartphone. Like, who doesn't take a picture? Yeah, just gonna walk a little bit on this boardwalk. And we're gonna risk 7 years imprisonment. I think as we were docking, Habib asked if we'll see any animals. And he says, well, if you're lucky, you'll see one. So it's not guaranteed to see animals here. Yeah, I think those are gibbons. So those are what I heard in Sumatra all the time, hooting down here. You can see one of the gibbons hooting. But I never saw one. I can only hear them. So we really have no idea how far this boardwalk goes. It's not going in a loop. So at some point we'll just have to stop and go back. The sun is setting and we have to catch a boat back across the river to get back to our hotel. And that means we're getting pretty close to the end of today, the day 1 of the mystery tour of Malaysia. Very satisfying day. It always amazes me how much you can do in a day once you get started. Just seems odd that I woke up in Chow Kit and all we did was drive here, have dinner, go on a boat ride, and now walk on this boardwalk. And kind of feels like I've been away from Kuala Lumpur for a couple of weeks already. This morning in Chow Kit feels like it was ages ago.
Oh my God.
I think that's the kind of tree that we saw on the logging trucks, this big one here.
No, but that is in the Doug, you see that?
Yeah, I saw that on the way up. And I was thinking that everyone who comes on the canopy stops and takes a picture of it. So I didn't, just because of that. But now I'm taking video of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, inside again.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Very cool. So I guess this is the park center. It has the sign, but the maps to me are not very clear. Just trying to figure out the different trails, the names of them, where they go. And none of the maps seem to be consistent. Like looking at that map, I can't find the boardwalk that we were just on. And then there's this map, which is much more detailed and bigger, but I can't make a connection between the two maps. So yeah, it's not very clear to me how this place is laid out. All right. Yeah, beautiful light over here with the sun starting to go down. Yeah, really nice. And here comes the luggage train. And it isn't exactly, like I was trying to come up with the name of this type of train, like funicular, that's what it is. But this one just gets pulled up by a cable, so it's not the same thing. I remember the name, funicular. A funicular train is the kind that goes straight up a hill. Technically, this isn't a funicular because it gets pulled up by a cable, but that's the word I was looking for. That's why I can never remember it. Funicular. Something to do with the technology of how it can go straight up a hill, a very steep hill. You see them in Hong Kong, places like that.
Yeah, I see them.
And there's some nice light hitting the flag of Malaysia. And then going, looking up the river, the Tahan River. Ah,
Yes, sir.
you're still here.
Yes.
Same boat.
No problem. Yeah, same boat. Yeah. Sometimes boring, I do this. Sometimes I do nothing to do, I do this one.
So we can take your boat to go
Yes,
back?
yes.
Yeah?
Okay, anytime.
All right.
No problem.
I think we're all set.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, as I said, nice light as the sun is getting low in the sky. Ah. Now I'm
Satay is getting ready.
yeah, I saw that. They said satay only at dinner time.
But bro,
We were too early.
you have a space?
Well, not right now. No, I think.
Maybe tomorrow will do.
Yeah,
Dinner, right?
that sounds good. So I'm slowly figuring the place out. I'm getting a mental image of what you do when you come here. Kind of a reconnaissance mission and an experience mission all rolled into one. Yeah, and I guess at night, if you're staying in town, looks like they're putting out chairs here. You don't have to sit in the shade anymore. Sun's not out, so you can just enjoy a cold drink by the river. Very nice place. Starting to get it now. Starting to feel what this place is all about. All right, so day one of the Planet Doug Mystery Tour of Malaysia is winding down. And wow, what a day it was. I mean, it ended really well. Like I keep telling people this idea, and it never seems to quite come across the way I understand it. But when I'm thinking about going somewhere, like today, I knew we were going to Taman Negara National Park of Malaysia, the biggest national park. And then mentally, I just can't get a handle on that. Like, I don't know what's there. I know you can go hiking all through national parks and you can go camping for days and days, but we're not here to do that. So like when we get, I mean, I'm looking at Google Maps, I'm looking at satellite view, I'm reading, I'm doing this, but yet somehow I can't get a mental image of where we're going and what's the deal with that place. So that's why I always talk about doing reconnaissance missions, because I have to go somewhere, figure out what the heck the place is all about, and then the light bulb goes off. It's like, oh, that's what's here. And then I can come back on a later date and just sort of enjoy the place, because now I know what it is. But anyway, what we just did when we got here was like a reconnaissance mission. Just seeing the jetty, like seeing the waterfront area of this village, all the floating restaurants, each one offering basically a taxi service, a boat for 2 ringgit or 1 ringgit, and it just takes you across the river, boop, boop, like river taxis going across. And then when you get into the park, there's just like a small section of the park there that isn't a wild national park. It's like a developed, a little bit, it's like going to Bukit Dinding in Kuala Lumpur. It has hiking trails and a map, and each trail can be like 2 kilometers long. It's like, oh, okay. Now I kind of see what you can do. And then the other boats, the fast ones, they take you upriver to a set of rapids, and you can do that tour. And then you can do the jungle night walk tour. And it's like, everything is clicking into place. And now if I speak to someone back in Kuala Lumpur and they ask me, should we go to this place, to Kuala Tahan? I could say, yeah, you definitely should go there. And this is why. The jetty, the waterfront, the floating restaurants, that's the heart and soul of this place. And then all the trips you can take into the park. It's like, okay, now I get it. So anyway, now I get it. And it had a great ending to the day, really. Having the dinner there down on the floating restaurant, and then snap decision, because there's boats everywhere, boats going upriver, downriver, cross river, zipping around. And then, Habib just asked the man at our restaurant, so what's the deal? And the guy said, 15 ringgit each. I'll take you out for like a 15, 20-minute river tour. And we went up this river, up that river, and then he dropped us off at the national park, and we did a little boardwalk hike, just a short distance. And, now I get it. So yeah, great end to the day. And we got back just in time. As you can see, I'm settling in. I've got my kettle plugged in. I'm gonna have a coffee after I take a shower. I got all my electronics plugged in, got my laptop ready to go. And we got back just in time because of this. just started raining. A heavy rain. It's been coming down for a while now. So, yeah, perfect timing. Like, just as I was walking down this sidewalk and got to this ramp, the first drops started to fall, just as I was right there. So it was perfect timing. Yeah, really nice. Whoa. Slippery tiles here, better be careful. Got a jungle spider there. Get out of here, buddy. Out, out, out. There he goes. Yeah. So the other thing here is so many white people. I was like, what the heck? We arrived here at the hotel, and a whole bunch of other people checked in right after us, all Europeans, basically, as far as I can tell. And then out on the river, Mutiara Resort, the boats filled with Westerners, all white dudes like me, like Europeans, Westerners. Yeah, they're all here. I found the tourists that visit Malaysia, they're all here. That's kind of funny. So yeah, I guess tomorrow breakfast here at the hotel is how we're going to start the day. They serve breakfast here, and then we're going to do a boat trip upriver to a waterfall, to a swimming hole, to a hiking trail. Combination of these, I don't really know. I guess we're going to figure all that out tomorrow as the day unfolds. So that's it. Shutting down. Day 1, the mystery tour of Malaysia. Pretty good day. And as always, go check out the Planet Doug Patreon. There should be some photos from today over there, maybe little video clips, things like that, sneak peeks of upcoming videos, and on the YouTube community post page. So updates, things like that I post to the Patreon. I also post to the YouTube community post there, so nobody misses out on an update or photos, things like that. All right, that's it. Shutting down, and I'll see you on day 2, the video from day 2 of the mystery tour of Malaysia. See you then.